to learn Unity and you want to make games for Android, yeah, that's probably you want to do because that's what I'm doing. And you're finding it a bit hard to get started because Unity seems tough to you right now. This is what was happening with me when I started, and I was confused. I was unable to write even hello world in C sharp, like that is the language that we use to communicate with objects in Unity. Okay, now what is my approach? I do not believe in watching all those tutorials, following everything. You just have to start creating. You have to start it. Like if you get confused, just look for it. Keep doing, keep doing, keep doing. And when you do, after doing, when you watch the tutorials or you look at the things like books and blogs and all those things, they make sense to you. Okay, that's how it works. So make a simple game or an APK every day that you can play, that will boost your confidence, that will put you in the actual real world. So today we are going to make this game a very simple one, just the setup. Okay, let me show you how it is. This is a game with just two objects. These are the objects, a player and a platform. A player that can jump on a platform. If I click, this click means a tap on your mobile phone screen. Tap, 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 like that. This is simple, very simple functionality, but making it in the beginning seems tough. Okay, so how I am going to do this? We need two things. One is this platform. Go here, 3D objects, cube. These are system built things. No thing, no worry about them. Just this is transform, and x-axis is left to right, like your left arm to right arm. That's it. That is the x-axis. From your head to feet is y-axis. From your chest to your back is the z or z-axis. Okay, on x-axis I want to make it large. Okay, but it is too large, so make it 5.4. Okay, I want to drag it, so click on this or press W on your keyboard and move it down. Okay, and I want to make it slim, not this big. So on y-axis up and down we want to make it like maybe 0.2. Okay, okay, now since I took a 3D object and this is a 2D game that we are making right now. Okay, when I opened the Unity, I went here like file, build settings, and then I switched my platform from PC, Mac, Linux standalone to Android because that's what I want to make. I will remove the box collider. You can add and remove things because I want this to behave like a 2D game. And go to game object, 2D object, no, components, physics 2D, and here they are: rigid body 2D, box collider 2D, and all those things. Do not worry about them. Just do not worry about them. Okay, since I already have the player, I will remove it. No, platform. I'm calling it cube here. Let's call plat platform. Simple. Up till now, what we have done, we created a project and we added two things. One is a platform. Please do it along with me. Maybe you can pause the video and do it. Create the platform. Go here, 3D object. Maybe you can slow down the video, pause the video. Do it. Okay, it's not by watching tutorials. It will not happen. Put it over here. Add box collider 2D by going here. They should make it easy for you. Box collider 2D. And if there was box collider, just box collider, come over here and remove that. And now we need another thing, maybe a player. We will do one thing. We'll again go back to this plus thing and 2D objects, sprite, and now this adds a sprite, and but we can't see anything because we haven't given it any dimension, like on x-axis, y-axis, how large it should be. I think it's 111 right now, but there is no object. If I add an object from here, you can see it's 111, very small. So make it maybe 4444 on xyz axis, and I want to change color to a red. Yeah, that's what we have already done. Okay, now this is the player. Call it player, player. And if I play now the game, I will disable my already built thing. What will happen? Nothing will happen. It will not fall down because Unity or anything, a computer takes our orders. It's like a slave that we use. We pass the orders, do this thing, but these computers are too dumb to understand what we say. They understand, like, there are systems, there are things that they understand. So we want this stone to act like a real world object. Like it should fall down when we drop it, and it should, like, when it hit the ground and maybe bounce a bit, like that. So how that happens? Go here, keep this object selected, just click on this and it will be selected. Component physics 2D, rigid body 2D. Rigid body means now this is a real world object. Along with that, we want this to, when it falls down, it should detect that, yeah, I bumped into something. So how that happens? That is what box collider comes in. This collider, just remember, it's a collider. Now if I play, it falls down, but it didn't bump. How the bump works? This is not needed, but I will do. Create material physics material 2D. Call it jump, no problem. Just call it anything. Bounce 0.4. Friction, maybe call it 0. Okay, come back to the player, and in the rigid body 2D there is an option material. So drag this over from here. You will be doing it a lot, okay, so get used with this dragging. Now play it. You see that? Yeah. Up till now, what we have done, we have created a project, we have added some objects, we are adding some properties to them to behave like real world objects, because Unity take our orders, it understands what we do, like, in a way, like, there are things that pre-built in the Unity, like these, all these things that I was adding, like the rigid body, box collider, like, they are, like, there are so many. But what is the scenario that we need? That is what we use them. If it is a boat floating on the water, then we will need a buoyancy thing, buoyancy factor, something like that. Okay, I mean, you will get used to these things, do not worry. So now, since I already have the player, I will remove it. I will enable the player that I had already. And now what this player is doing, it jumps, no, it falls down. But let's add this, what we created. I had not done this. Okay, now when I play, it falls down, but when I tap on the screen, it jumps. We want to achieve that. How do we do that? Yeah, we want to pause in an order jump when I tap on my screen, my mobile screen. So how we talk to Unity? Via scripts. Yes, here's a script that I have attached, and I will just remove it because I do not want to confuse you. Delete this. I'm deleting it. Okay, now the functionality will not be there. Wait for it to get deleted and remove it from here. Now create a new script, call it player, and select the player. Why is taking too long to get selected over here? These are the objects and these are the properties what we have added to them. This is like, maybe this is like a country like Switzerland, and these are like its states, its prime minister, like Wikipedia. You see that, all those things. So now we will drag it over to here because we are attaching it, the script. We want to write some code. We want to pass some orders. We want this to act. So I will not write much code. I will just write trans transform dot translat translate, and this is a function that take three arguments, three values. This is a thing. What are those three values? X, y, and z axis. On x axis, what we want to do, dot dr transform dot position dot x. It should stay whatever it is. On y axis, we want it to jump some value, maybe give it 4. On z or z axis, what we want, nothing. I mean, whatever it is, come back, but it will not work because we want it only happen. We want it only to happen when we tap on the screen. How is that done? With a condition. That's if I press, and how does that work? That's an input. If I touch on the screen with a button name, get button down. These are Unity built things. I'm not creating them like that. Now you could write these curly braces over here, but I will not. Why? Because that will confuse you. These are not even needed. If it is just a simple statement, then it is not needed. Come back to Unity and let's see if it is working as we want it. Press Command P or Control P. You don't have to click on this button again and again. Now let's see. It falls down. Okay. When we tap, it jumps. You got that. Got that. This is how it works. Okay. And if you're liking it, I mean, I'm trying to make it too simple and too easy for you. Okay. I will just repeat what I did. I created a project, and in that project, what is important? This part, and in this part, we create the game. We add the objects. We either create here or either drag from here and from here to here like that. And whatever we have put over here that has some properties, some values. So those values are like here. We can add whatever we want, like in the scenario, what is the scenario, what will be good, like that. Okay. And then we add the script is something that we use to communicate. We want to pass our orders, like all these things were system built. Unity has made them. We can tweak them, like maybe increase and decrease the values, but there is still a limit. But in a script we can make it anything. That's where the magic begins. I hope it was helpful, okay, guys. And if you're really finding it good, do ask me questions, okay? I will make it too easy for you. If you are finding problems, I can really make it simple for you. I mean, I know the Unity's ins and outs. I have like done so much work. I was like watching so many tutorials and it was not helping. I started making games, I started working, and no things are easy to me. I mean, I'm still learning. Yeah, everybody's learning. You never become an A's expert, but I am out of that zone where I was calling myself a beginner who just can go past beyond a point. I will take you beyond that point. Thank you guys. Have a great day.